everyone. Right, so we are going to set 5 challenges. So we are going to start with challenge number 1. Have you missed the challenges, children? We're back. So challenge number 1 is all about kings and queens. So we would like you to create a project based around the kings and queens of England. Now, I know Miss Fairmore has shared with you already in another video how to use the task wheel. So you might want to look at a timeline of kings and queens. You might just want to choose 1 or 2 kings and queens that you want to learn about and find out information about. And I don't know if you know already, but I'm actually related to the royal family.
No
way. So my great grandfather or something like that was the illegitimate son of King George, one of King George's. Anyway, I can't really remember. My uncle was a historian. And anyway, so that by my reckoning, makes me about 10th in line to the throne. So I know. So when you see me, children, if you could just call me Mom and bow or curtsy, that would be lovely. So I wonder if any of you are related to the royal family. Perhaps you could trace your family tree back to the royals. That would be exciting. Anyway, we want you to find out as much as you can about the royal family. Think about how you want to present your work. It's entirely up to you, but I'm really excited about what you find out. We might be related. Okay.
Oh,
okay. Ready for challenge number 2.
You definitely missed that, definitely. Okay, so you might find that you'd be more interested, or you'd like to focus on the project of the Great Spring Bird Watch. So it could involve you creating your own guide of the different birds that are in your garden, or perhaps out on your wall. So you could create your own guide. You could do a report on what you find and find out about the birds in your garden.
I've got some lovely birds in my garden, Miss Fairmore. I see a robin outside on my patio every day. Do you ever see any birds in your garden?
I see lots of birds, but I think I need to produce a guide so I know exactly what birds they are, because at the moment I'm not quite sure. So I think I would like to focus on this project. So it's up to you in terms of how you present your work for this one as well, but find out all you can about birds and birds in your garden. Great tits, the blue tits, we've got magpies, finches, all sorts of lovely birds in our gardens and in the surrounding areas. Oh, and this is a little bit different, Mrs. Mitchell, but because it's not necessarily about the birds in our garden, but when I was on gate duty the other week, I saw a lovely barn owl flying around the fields.
Wow, that's awesome. And you know, at Seal, we can hear woodpeckers in the woods. And also there is a pheasant that visits the farm every day. And do you know what his name is?
Philip.
Yes, Philip the pheasant.
That was a guess.
Absolutely is Philip the pheasant. And he's very tame. So he could be part of our bird watch. Anyway, are you ready for challenge number 3? Okay, so this challenge is very similar, and it kind of leads on from what Miss Fairmore was saying, and this is a photography challenge. Okay, so we want you to find the signs of spring outside. What are the signs of spring? And we want you to take photographs, but for you to be the best photographer you can be, and don't forget, our curriculum is all about being the best we can be. We need you to find out what techniques would a photographer use. You might want to find an image online that you want to replicate, and you might need to find out techniques did that photographer use to get and create that image? You might then need to edit the image in whatever software you have on your computer, your PC, your iPad, whatever it is you're using. But you don't need an all singing, all dancing camera for this. You can just use your phone or your parents' phone, because there's some great features on the camera in your phone. Little top tip, if you're using an iPhone and you've got one of the latest versions, if you go into the camera app and then choose portrait, and then I believe it's the third bit thing along, you scroll, like there's a little dial, and if you choose a third one, that gives really good images, and you just click on the screen where you want the focus to be. But I want you to do it however you feel is best. So have a look. What would a photographer do to get the very best image? See if you can be a professional photographer.
Oh, I wonder actually if anyone can find any competitions that are out at the moment. I
Ooh,
think
that's
there's
good.
competition.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, ready for challenge
Number
number
4.
4.
Okay, so over lockdown, I've really been enjoying reading. I wonder if you have been too.
What
So,
have you been reading, Miss Vermore?
Adam,
What have you been reading?
my current book is The Book Thief, actually. It's
Ooh.
really, really good. So if, it's probably a bit grown up, but any parents out there, definitely recommend that. But yeah, lots and lots of different books. I've been really enjoying that. So I would like to suggest a reading challenge, creating a reading den in your house or your garden. You could be really creative with this. You could even make it a fort rather than a den. Who knows?
It could be an igloo, a reading igloo at the moment, couldn't it?
Good, that'd be brilliant. But anywhere where you could go inside and really just enjoy reading. Pleasure, because that's something that's really, really important, and it's a really nice way to chill out as well.
If it was me, I would take my book and I'd read to my dogs. Do you want to see if shall I see if I can get my dog to come and say hello?
Yes,
Hello.
Mrs. Lola. Or just whilst Miss Mitchell's doing that, you could FaceTime someone whilst you're in your den to read to them.
Lola. And Lola
Lola.
loves me reading to her. Say hello to the children, Lola. Oh, she wants to get down. No, she doesn't want reading at the moment. Oh, she does. She wants to sit here with us.
You might have to train her to listen to a whole book.
Yeah, she could be very lucky.
So enjoy making your reading den if you do decide to do that challenge. We'd love to see pictures of them and love to see who you're sharing your stories with. Like I say, if you don't have anyone, don't have any pets or anything, then please do FaceTime someone, share a story. Lovely thing to do.
They could record it and then we could all listen.
That'd be nice.
Awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So on to our last challenge. Ready for challenge number 5. Oh, I'm being licked. So challenge number 5 is all about baking. Now, one of my favorite pastimes is baking cakes. Do you like baking cakes, Miss Fermor?
Yes, but I do need some more practice.
Do you? Wow. This might just be the challenge for you then. So we want you to create a baking video, and we want you to bake your favorite cake or whatever it is you want to make and create your very own baking video. So for this, you might need to watch some YouTube clips on how other people create their videos. What would be a good model to use if you are going to create your video? What are you going to need to say? What information do you need to use to include in your video? That's really important. So when you're making your cakes, or whatever it is you're baking, you might be baking bread or cake, you need to be able to describe in your video, oh, the dog's gone. You need to be able to describe in your video exactly how your cake or biscuit or bread, whatever it is you're baking, is going to be. So for example, if you wanted it really moist, you're going to need to explain how to make it moist. And then once you've finished and you've got the product there in front of you, you can test it and you can actually tell people, look, this is actually a really moist cake, or it might be a little bit dry. Let's hope it's not dry, because moist is much better than dry. Anyway, those are our 5 challenges over for the week. We will be back next week with some more challenges. Are you ready to play us out, Miss Fermor?
Absolutely.